First rates on your screens at 22,770. Yeah, there you go. So 22,770 is where we are at, and 75,000 on the Sensex is where we are at as well. So 0.5%. So there's a solid start. 100 plus points once again. 200 plus points in the Nifty Bank. You've got the mid-cap index, which starts at 170 points higher. That's a third of a percent. And I think you've got the small-cap index, which is also starting higher. So this is a very, very good start. Look at the advanced decline. Of course, stocks are still opening up, etc. But I mean, it gives you an indication which way the wind is blowing, and it certainly is on the way up. So that's it. But stocks is what makes the market. So Sonia has got those rates. Sonia.
Well, thanks a lot for that. All eyes, of course, are on Bajaj Finance, right? After the kind of announcement that came in. So the RBI has lifted restrictions on a couple of products, and that big overhang is now out of the way. Bajaj Finance is now up almost 6.5%, picking up pace over there. Very strong numbers coming in from Ajanta Pharma. So that one is up almost 12% right now. Margins are strong at 26% versus 17% earlier. Big move in revenues as well, 20% higher. Ajanta Pharma is not alone. KEI Industries is the other one I'm watching this morning. Just take a look at that stock. Now it's not moving too much, but it has been a very strong growth in the last many weeks. The EBITDA is up 20%. The revenues are up almost 19%. The street definitely likes that one. JBM Auto is the other one. Strong growth in its electric vehicle bus division. JBM Auto is up almost about 3% Margins 100 basis points higher year on year. So that one ticks the box. Coal India, on the flip side, has missed street estimates. The blended realizations are down about 10%. Not looking good. Coforge, of course, we've been talking about that ad nauseum. The street definitely doesn't like those numbers. And Coforge, in the first tick in opening, is down about 6%. The margins are lower than estimates, and the company has not even given an FY25 guidance. Talking about weak numbers, CEAT is another weak set, 3.5% knockdown there. Profits are down by 23%. Margins are flat at 13%. So not looking good. Weak earnings from CIE Auto as well. The EBITDA is down about 5.2%. So the stock is down about 1%. Now, a couple of these metal names, right? Nigel was talking about them, Hindalco and Vedanta. CLSA has raised the target price on both these companies. On Hindalco, the target price has been raised to 770 from 635 earlier. So it's still well above the current market price. So these definitely are stocks in focus. But otherwise, look at this beautiful looking screen over here. 130 points higher on the Nifty. It's cracking this morning on the upside. And now we are charging towards the 22,800 mark. So a lot of resistance levels have been taken out on the upside. And this is turning out to be a very, very strong morning of trade. Back to you.
Well, thanks a lot for that, Sonia. Well, Coforge is down and out in today's trading session. But Cigniti is the company that they are acquiring. You know, the stock in the last 1 year or so has seen a big rally already. There was a rally of close to around 10% as well getting into this deal. And it appears there is quite a bit of selling actually from the top because the volumes are very, very high. The price at which it's going to be acquired is going to be much higher than what it was yesterday. But some money being taken off the table. So keep an eye out on that stock. It's already seen a big run up ahead of the news flow. Ugro Capital, well, the AUM was up close to around 49%. The NIIs were up by close to around 25%. The street likes it. One of the top volume gainers in today's trading session. That's up close to around 7%. Lloyd Engineering Works, well, big volumes out there. The stock is already up close to around 60% in this year. That's coming for profit taking. Now the numbers did come in yesterday. Commentary was good. But because of the kind of rally we are seeing, that stock, in fact, has come in for profit taking. Another couple of names, Healthcare Global. Remember, CVC has indicated that maybe there could possibly be a deal out there. They are the promoter entity of Healthcare Global. And they got in 2021. They managed to turn it on the company. Now the street is waiting by to see whether or not a deal is in the works. So we'll have to wait by for the time being. The street suggests that maybe there could be a deal. So that's why the stock is up close to around 2.2%. MOIL, well, we have been alerting this that, the pricing has moved up. They have guided for strong volume growth as well. And they've started off well. So yet another positive news flow on that one. The production was up by close to around 22%. Sales up 17%. So that explains that stock continues to remain in the news. Max Estates, they have signed agreement for redevelopment project in Gurugram. The GDV is around 9,000 crores out. So that's seeing follow through buying yet again. So that stock is up. And Max Estates is the one that we're talking about. Yes, 5.5%. And GMR Power, one of the top volume movers, up 5% yet again. So quite a bit of action, guys, from the broader markets.
No, yeah, absolutely. And by the way, market breadth is positive. So 1,270 stocks are higher, and you've got about 750 stocks which are lower at this point in time. The Nifty has got 123 points. So it's looking super solid. There's no two ways about it. The Bajaj twins are the number one, number two volume-led gainers across the board, across the market. The number three name volume-led is NHPC with a 3% pop. And the number four player is Moil with about a 4% gain. I think we mentioned Ajanta Pharma with 11% pop. Mazgaon Dock is up 2% on massive volumes. And Chola Finance, which of course was the standout results and the standout stock yesterday, that's got another 4% on top of yesterday's gain. Stocks 1350 plus now. Look at names like Zensar Tech. Zensar Tech is up 4%, massive volumes. Ugro Capital, I think we mentioned that. Hindustan Zinc is up 3-4%. HBL Power is up about 2.5%. HPL Electric, I think, was up 5 yesterday. It's up another 5 this morning. Atul Limited is up about 3.5%. So there's no dearth of, really large volume-led gains as we start another session. Coforge, of course, there was an attempt at a bit of a recovery. It did see a recovery, and then, of course, it sold off as well. And I think CED is also recovered quite nicely, although it's early days. The low on CED is 2363, and the stock's at about almost 2500, back to about 2500. So there's buying which has come in at lower levels.